Hey, Greg Silva here from Black Belt Excellence. This month of August, we purposely picked the topic of respect for the month of August because kids are either just going back to school or they're going back to school next month. It's just a topic that we want to tie in so parents and kids know that, again, martial arts teaches a lot. And one of the things it teaches respect and courtesy here at the martial arts school, and we can transform that into the public school. When I had my school, I just thought it was so cool that I made sure that when kids went back to school, they treated the teachers a lot of respect. I tried to talk to them about being patient, courtesy, just being nice to other kids. I wanted teachers to look at these kids and go, hey, what are you doing? They go, martial arts. I go, wow, martial arts kids are definitely more in tune to the life skills and the values. And they just show that and they just shine with that and they study harder and they're getting better grades. So that's my thinking. That's why we do this respect in the month of August. Now, if you already use the principles of black belt, the tenets of a black belt, you're pretty much set. Tenets of black belt say, I'm a dedicated student of martial arts. I live by the principles of black belt: modesty, courtesy, integrity, self-control, perseverance, indomitable spirit. So if you're doing that, you're like ahead of everyone else. If you're not doing that creed, I really think you should start. This is like the ending creed. Once we're done with class, we're ready to go home. It's really cool because last weekend, my grandkids tested for their orange belt and little dragon class. And my granddaughter got a chance. She's 6 years old. She gets in front of the whole class and she goes, I'm a dedicated student of the martial arts. I live by the principles of black belt: modesty, courtesy, integrity, self-control, perseverance, and indomitable spirit. It was just a great way to end class. It's kind of the finale of their whole test. So, number one, if you're doing that, you're all set. We're just going to talk about that as lessons are back to school. If you're not doing the principles of black belt, I really suggest you add that. So this could be the whole week of number one in the month of August. We're actually teaching the students the ending creed. Again, if you've already done it, this is what you're going to talk about with the kids. So this type of match chat is really done at the end of class, and it's no more than a discussion. And your instructor is coming down at the end of class. He's telling all the kids sit down. Now, when I have them sit down, I really like to have the kids sitting in front of the parents. And then I get at one knee, so I'm kind of high as the parents are in the chairs. So if I lift my head up, I'm looking them in the eyes. And I just have to look down a little, and I can see the kids. And I really like in the position because the kids are looking a little up towards me. And we're just saying that in martial arts, a lot is about modesty. You know, we're getting really good, but we're not going to brag about what we do. It's really important to be humble. I have all this power, but in control. It's no different than when you go back to school. When you go back to school, it's important to be humble. So you're not being boastful. That's what modesty is all about. You're not bragging on what you did. You know, you're sharing ideas with other kids, but you're not being boastful. Also, when you go back to school, it's really important to be courteous, especially to your teachers. So I want to make sure we're always using please, thank you, in the proper names. So it's Mr. Smith or Mrs. Smith, but you're always using the proper names, and you always use those magic words of please and thank you. It's also important that we have integrity. When you have integrity, and we've done this as one of the lessons, we're being honest, we're being truthful. So we're going to make sure that if a teacher asks us a question, we tell the truth. We're not going to gossip. We're not going to pick on other kids. And we're going to make sure that if we have an assignment to do the homework, we're going to do our homework the best of our ability and get it in on time. That's showing integrity. Of course, we're going to have self-control, just like we have self-control here in the martial arts school. We're not going to talk when the teacher's talking. We're going to make sure we listen. And when we listen, we're going to have good eye contact. Make sure that if we have a question, we raise our hand and wait to be called on before we start saying something. So we really want to work our self-control. And perseverance. We're just not going to give up. You know, sometimes things in school can be a little bit tough. Sometimes your homework can be a little bit tough. Sometimes trying to improve your grades, one grade, that can be a little tough, but we're not going to give up. Just like when you're learning either kicks, punches, blocks, your forms, self-defense, and you had a little challenge, you didn't give up. That's why you're able to get your stripes and get your new belts. And we have the indomitable spirit. Well, what's indomitable spirit? That's just like you feel unstoppable. I mean, if we're proud of ourselves and some kids in school are mean and they started out making fun of us or something like that, we're not going to let that bother them. That's their challenge. We're unstoppable. We have indomitable spirit. You know, we're the type of kid, we don't need to have a pep talk to be happy. We're happy all the time because we're positive thinkers. Just like in martial arts, we're always thinking positive, thinking of that great outcome. When we go to school, it's the same thing. So the principles of black belt are also the principles that kids use in school to be black belts in school. When I say black belts in school, that's being popular in school, that's having good grades, it's all the things that we want to be. That's having that black belt attitude. So it's modesty, courtesy, integrity, self-control, perseverance, and indomitable spirit. So that's the talk. You know, I just kind of rambled on there a little. You know, I didn't do a lot of practice setting up for this. You probably want to do a little more practice. But the easiest way to teach a junior instructor how to do this is say, the first thing we have is modesty. And then have the instructors go, modesty to me is, and just have them explain what modesty is. And then tell them how they can do it in school. Same thing with courteous. Being courtesy to me is saying yes, sir, saying no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Those are the being courteous. You practice that here in martial arts. Practice that with your school teachers too. So explain the creed and then show them how they can use all those principles to be better students in school and show their teachers more respect when they get into school.